Hey everybody, just wanted to wish you all a happy new year. I'm definitely wishing this a little bit late because the first week of this year, 2021, has been quite busy. I wanted to really just update you on what is going on right now, what's gonna perhaps happen during this year, and also just reflect back on what happened in 2020, because this was, of course, for basically all people, it was a crazy year. And for us especially, it was the most hectic year I've ever had in my life. Like right now, I'm in Dubai, and this first week, as I said, it's been busy. I've been trying to look for an apartment here because we're gonna be staying here for a while. I want to find a good place, and the goal is really to be able to settle down here for some time. Because going back now to last year, it was just crazy traveling non-stop all the time. It was the most busiest, at the same time the most productive year that we've ever had. But it really was like from the very beginning of January until December, Christmas, it was basically filming a course, preparing the course, launching the course, and that is what it was from the beginning of the year to the end. So it was, well, we started, the January already with the morning routine, 20xx. This was the start for the year. It was kind of a start for us. It was just a very fitting thing to do because it just has these habits that you can do in the start of the year to improve your life, to start wake up better and so on and become healthier. So this was really the start for the year. But after this, basically the whole year was mostly themed around Qigong and Kung Fu. As you may have noticed from the videos that we have put out on this channel. And the simple reason was that we actually were twice in Taiwan during 2020. So I still have a hard time sometimes believing that we actually were, even in the beginning of the year, we were in Taiwan. But we were, after the morning routine, we just took our flight to Taiwan and started to film our first course. This was the Health and Fighting Qigong. So we put out in total 3 different courses with the Master Jiang Yushan this year, 2020. So we had the Health and Fighting Qigong, we had the internal and external Kung Fu, and then we had the Monkey Fist Door 24 Warrior Qigong set. That's a long name to remember. But those were the 3 courses that we put out with the Master, and these are all massive courses, so it took most of our time to really prepare them. There were also 2 other courses that I'm not going to talk too much about now, that we even filmed and prepared, or just filmed, but we didn't have time to put them out because simply the whole year was so booked, just traveling, making these courses, training and learning, and non-stop the whole year. And it was important phase. It was really important to go through this, especially because the Qigong, the stuff that we learned, it was so crucial or amazing, and it gave, with the Master, like, I understand that not even that many people like Qigong or Kung Fu. It isn't that interesting. Kung Fu may be more to more people, especially Qigong. You might hear it and be like, well, what's the benefit? What's that gonna do? And what is it really even about? And even when I've heard like first about Qigong, I just didn't see it that useful personally. And it was only after I met with the Master Jiang Yushan there in Taiwan that I really realized, wow, because we got this like a straight window into that sort of ancient lost world through this Master. And this was unbelievably amazing and gave so much different techniques and methods and principles to take care of the health. And this is what has been our passion now for years. So to get this sort of opportunity, it was unbelievably amazing. And putting a whole year mostly on that, it just felt like it had to be done, although it was rough. There was tough trips, long trips to Taiwan and all the preparing and so on. But we felt that this kind of information needed to get out there to a broader public. So that, as I said, was really the big theme of the 2020. Of course, there were other things. We were also in Russia. We were supposed to be there 3 months, but we ended up being maybe 1 month and a half. We were there training the MMA and wrestling with the Russians. This was a great time, and it was really funny because in Russia, when we were in Russia, when we look at like what the other countries are doing there, everyone is like having these strict measures because of Corona. lockdowns and so on. And in Russia, everything is just going on normally. Nobody cares. And then suddenly, they put on the restrictions and our training stops. And well, what do you know, we were there kind of stuck for a while, but it was a great chance for us to prepare the Health and Fighting Qigong. We just put all our focus on that, and finally we managed to get the bus ride back to Finland, and again the year goes forward from there. So right now, the second time in Taiwan. We also were during this year in Lithuania, we were in Croatia, enjoying the sun. We visited some other cities in Finland like Turku. So living all over and just doing what we do all the time, preparing again the courses and so on. And there was also the other time, the second time that we went to Taiwan. This time we went to film the internal and external Kung Fu and the Monkey Qigong set. These were the last two courses of this year again, and this trip went really well despite there being some difficulties, again because of the COVID. You know, first of all, you shouldn't be able to even go to Taiwan, but we managed to get that special permit, special entry permission, I don't know what it was called anymore, to go there and film these courses. So I'm very happy about that, because we're not really sure when we can go even back to Taiwan now that the situation is going on. But after Taiwan, we flew straight here into Dubai. So we had been thinking about going to Dubai for a while. It seemed like a good option perhaps to leave for a longer term. And we wanted to come here to see it out, how it is here, and see if it's really a livable place anyway. And while we were here also for over a month, we were preparing these Qigong and Kung Fu courses, living here and seeing it out. And after that, we decided to go to Christmas, spend the Christmas in Finland. So we flew back to Finland to our parents and to spend time with the family. I was very actually lucky that I got to go there to my home and see my parents, my brother and sister, and our dogs as well, because I just heard that the other one of our family dogs passed away. A very old dog, like 15 years old, Jack Russell Terrier. It was I lived like many years with a dog, although I now haven't been in home a lot during these past years. So I was felt good to see that dog for the last times there, last moments during the Christmas. But so after Christmas, we have already seen that the Dubai was a nice place to be, so we head back here, and now we are supposed to stay at least this next year here, who knows, perhaps even longer, and just live here. And the idea is really, as I said perhaps in the beginning of the video, that to settle down a little bit, because last year was just complete here and there traveling and just didn't have time for much anything else during the process of creating those courses. So now it's time to make this a base, be able to focus on what we really want to do this time, which is create content for you guys, something helpful, material. We have still like a lot of training stuff that we haven't shared, methods that we haven't put out, and this is all something that we really want to focus on during this year the most. I would say 2021, it's still definitely going to be an adventurous year, even if we would stay more still. There's so much plans, and I just get this feeling that something's gonna happen during this year as well. But for me, I really want to also, I want to give you some tips to get started during this year, perhaps offer some help. There's something that must help and get you started better, or give you a better start for the year, because 2020, with all the mess that was there, it was already tough, and especially like regards to training and helping people to train, because this is what we have been doing now for a long time. I felt like this became very, very crucial to being able to maintain and build a strong body, a strong physique and healthy physique to withstand these sort of tough times. This became very crucial. And even now that we go to 2021, we don't really know when the situation is even going to change. So we need to stay strong. This is what I always say in the end of the video, but I really mean it. Stay strong. And this has become very, very important during these times, to keep yourself healthy. And it's not only that, it can make it can have such a tremendous effect on your life, having just a better functioning body. It can change your thinking, can change your attitude, your confidence, and this can lead and spread out to different areas of your life. And we got a really amazing example of this in one of our comments. There was in our private Facebook group. It was a member of our training programs, and this guy said basically that 2020 was the best year of his life. And it was mostly, based on this text, it was just due to him improving his body in multiple different basic levels. He was just, first of all, able to do more with his body, certain like movement skills, Komodo walk, strength moves, single leg windmills, kind of stuff that is in the movement 20XX. And on top of that, he managed to fix his hip pain. And then there was this one really funny thing that I think most people would never even consider to be a benefit from training. And this is to be able to sit on the floor. So you wouldn't necessarily think that to be even a goal from training, to be able to sit better. But that is something that can actually happen from when you're doing good training, and this is something that can actually limit some people. The older you go and the more or the less you do with your body, the more you kind of just stay still sitting around, the more your body is going to degenerate, and you will lose these things that you thought were there, like self, or that you took for granted perhaps. But these are things that we can lose. We can lose. Suddenly we go on in our life and suddenly something happens. A big pain appears, a tightness appears, and then we're there stuck and we don't really perhaps even know what happened. But this has been accumulating over the years just because of the neglecting our body, or perhaps doing too hard training all the time. This is also the other extreme that some people do. Only hard training, heavy lifting perhaps, for a while, also neglecting the troubles that have started to arise over the years. But so, going back to this, just saying that the 2020 was the best year because of all these things, improving the pain in the body, being able to do more with the body, and understanding the importance, realizing the importance. This was one of the biggest things that I think he got from this year. Was the understanding of the importance of taking care of your body, understanding the importance of movement altogether, because this is, as I said, not everyone knows really how to value this. And being able to value the importance is one of the most important things in staying consistent. And without staying consistent, you're not going to get the results. So many people, New Year comes, you make the promises, you have your goals, you go after them, and after a while you lose the sight of the goal. Perhaps you don't have a strong enough idea of the benefits, a strong enough motivation. So a lot of the times, this is why a pain can be a blessing, because it's such a big motivation to get rid of that. If you've ever had a really nasty thing aching somewhere in your body, you want to get rid of that very, very badly. And if you have gotten rid of it, then you know how big of a difference it can make in your being, because something's not bothering you all the time perhaps, or most of the time. You can go after the sports you want to do, play with your kids, whatever, go to a hike, you can do the activities that you want to do when you have a body that doesn't hold you back, a body that supports you, a body that doesn't only hold you back, but that supports you under these hard times that are hard for you physically or mentally, stressful times with all this lockdown and whatever is going on there, financial troubles. In all of this time, having a strong body will help you go through this. I feel like, even personally for me, like I couldn't have keep up with the rhythm, with the schedule that we had during the past years if it weren't for the training to keep me like even just mentally sane, to be able to rely on this sort of apparatus from where everything comes from. And this has been basically priceless, and I can very, very easily understand why this could be the reason why someone had a great year, just because they improved their body. Because as I explained, not only is it a goal in itself to be healthier, to feel better in your body, to be stronger, to be able to do more, but it also is that sort of thing that can allow other areas in your life change as well. This I feel very, very strongly about. And for us, we have some ways that you can really get very easily started. We have the mobility class that I can highly, highly recommend, because this is a class, first of all, it's completely free, so it's very, very easy to join it. And it's not only that I give you exercises there on a paper or something that you repeat them, but it also has like a very, very deep sort of lesson. I'm explaining everything, I'm explaining the principles. This also comes down to that staying consistent, because I want that you understand what you're actually doing in this class, and I want that you understand how to do these exercises. This can also give you much better chance to stay accountable yourself when you are increasing the body awareness. A lot of that also, for me, the motivation is always has come from that body awareness. I can feel a lot of like what is going on in my body, and I respond to that. And this is why I also train and I move, because I respond to the things that come from my body. And this can be simply ask me to move, ask me to breathe, ask me to do this or that, move around. And in this class, I show the exercise you can do, the routines, but also explain how to do these exercises in a very detailed manner, sort of internal approach to developing mobility in your body, to open up your body, to fix pains and aches with this. And it's also, it's like a 6 exercises there, which is of course not all the exercises that are out there, but when you have a good methodology and you understand how to do the training, even a fewer exercises are good, and these are some of my favorite exercises there. So this, as I said, 100% free class, a day of mobility. You can find it from adayofmobility.com. You can sign up for the class, and after that you will get the whole routine and everything, so you can start to take care of your body in a better manner. Another thing that I think is really great for the start of the year is the Warrior 20XX, and we also have a free trial for this program. And I liked it because it's our follow-along or training program that's in a follow-along format, so this also is something that I think can help a lot of people to stay longer into training, and especially like seeing the example of how to push themselves. This is also the big benefit from this, because I'm doing this program with you, I'm doing all the exercises, every single rest period and intense training period there. I'm kind of like training with you and giving you advice and pushing you forward, sometimes perhaps people yelling you. So this, I think, is a really great motivation to get started on a year in a very fired up manner with these high intensity routines of the Warrior 20XX. And the free trial is also a great, really good way to get started. And I think like just other material that can really help you with training and understanding how the importance also, as I was talking about, understanding the importance of taking care of yourself is the articles that we have. We have hundreds of articles on our website, VAHVFitness.com. So getting a deeper idea also behind our training methods, why are we doing certain things that we do, and getting just a more in-depth and detailed also approach compared to the videos that you see in this channel. Every time we have a video here, we also write an article there. So this will give you a much, usually wider, a more profound idea of the training that we are doing. And I think this is also very important for many people to finally get the realization of the full capacity of your body and the importance of taking care of it in the long term as well. So a day of mobility class, the free trial for Warrior 20XX, all these hundreds of free articles, free videos that we have on this channel to really give you a great start or something to really follow and stay consistent during this in the start of the year, and I think also in the long term as well during this whole year. Of course we have many programs also for many different needs and different goals, different personalities out at the moment. That this is also something that you can check out if you're interested. But I do think that these free options are amazing to really get started with the easiest possible way, especially the A Day of Mobility class. Really, probably for the first time ever starting to learn these methods, mobility methods that we are using. The challenges are going to be there, whether it's 2020, it's 2021, or whichever year it is. There's going to be some adversities that are going to be in your way. But we always have that ability to choose which sort of way we go from there. We have that sort of like a crossroad or a fork, and the other way, perhaps you think is the one where you're more like depressed, you start to feel sorry, you think that you don't have any chance to control anything. And of course you need to accept the things that you can't control, which is this big situation here. What is ever going to happen is going to happen with the lockdowns, whatever restrictions that we have. But you have also the other road where you can choose to control the things that you can control in your life. This starting from your body, the shape of it, the health of it, your diet, your posture, your breathing, your exercising. These all things that you can have an effect on, and this can have a massive effect on the rest of your life. So this is why I say stay strong, guys. And this is what I'm definitely going to be doing also this year. I feel like just need to keep strong, keep going what we have been doing already for years. Even 2020, there was multiple times we could have just thought, well, it's too risky, you shouldn't do that. But we decided to focus 100% on what was the mission that we had. Learn, train, complete the mission, make the programs, share the training to other people. This is what we wanted to do. It's like really, all the challenges and also things that we have gone through, it's just much easier to go to those challenges when I know that you guys are backing us up. You're actually following what we do, you're subscribing to the channels, you're commenting here, you are getting into our training programs, and this is all invaluable support, and I'm very, very thankful about to each and every one of you. So really want to thank every one of you, and now I wish you a very happy new year and hope you get started in a very, very strong manner. So take care, guys, and as always, stay strong.